Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshita Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvāsādi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Shinvatam Svakata Krishnaha Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Vidyantasto Hyabhadrani Vidnoti Suratsatam Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Grandhara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya We are going to start our Bhagavatam reading. A quick recapture for those who have already read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam as part of Bhakti Vaibhava and otherwise. Before I start, I will give a quick overview of the first canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, because this entire month we are going to study first canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. There are only two parts in the first canto. Srila Prabhupada himself says that first three chapters are prelude. Prelude means prologue, introduction. And the next 4 to 19 is the main narration. These 4 to 19 chapters is the main narration. There's three parts. This narration is about three parts. About the book, about the listener, about the speaker. For any book, there is a speaker, there is a listener. Entire Vedic literature is like that. So first three chapters is prelude or introduction, and chapters 4 to 19 is the main narration. So in the main narration, again three parts. There is about the book, about the listener, about the speaker. Quickly, there are 6 questions asked by the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya. You all know the 6 questions are here. And those questions are quickly answered in the second and third chapter. That's how the first 3 chapters with 6 questions and answers. Questions about Lord Krishna, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord, second chapter, and third chapter is about the avatars of Krishna. The 6 questions that are asked is, what is the supreme beneficial for humanity? What is the essence of all scriptures? What is the reason for Krishna's descent? And what are the activities of Lord Krishna related to creation? And what are the pastimes of Krishna in various incarnations? And after Lord Krishna's disappearance, what is the shelter for Dharma? These are the 6 questions. And second chapter, third chapter has answered to these 6 questions. Actually, in entire first canto, there are 19 chapters and 19 questions. That's all is there. 19 chapters, 19 questions. And some questions are answered, all of them answered except the last 2. The last 2 will be answered later in the Bhagavatam. That's all is there in the first canto. So the main narration, again, we told, is chapter 4 to chapter 7 is about the book. And chapter 7 to chapter 18 is about the listener, Shrota, Maharaj Parikshit. And in chapter 4, chapter 7 and chapter 19, there is some description about Śukadeva Gosvāmī, the speaker of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. After this first set of 6 questions are answered, again some questions are asked about the book. For example, when was Bhagavatam written? Where was it written? Under whose inspiration Vyasadeva wrote Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? and describe the birth and activities of Maharaj Parikshit. Why Parikshit Maharaj underwent fasting unto death? Why did he renounce royal engagements in the premise of his youth? Why did he give up the body that could be used for the welfare of others? How did the citizens of Hastinapura recognize Śukadeva? How did the dialogue between Shuka and Parikshit take place? This is the second set of questions, 6 or 7 questions after answering the first 6 questions. Then to answer these questions, first he will answer about the questions about Bhagavatam. In that questions about Bhagavatam answering, Sūta Gosvāmī talks about dialogue between Narada and Vyasa and answer some question about Narada's, what did Vyasa do after Narada departed and so on. To answer the questions about the listener, again, that we have divided into 3 parts. The narration of birth and narration of his activities and narration of his renunciation, Parikshit Maharaj. So here, because he had to start telling about Maharaj Parikshit's birth, he starts with Ashwadhama deploying Brahmastra, Uttara's prayers, Kunti's prayers, and so on, and then Bhishma's prayers. So he also asked about questions. How did Yudhishthira Maharaj conduct himself as a king? While answering that question, actually he went into the ecstasy. So he will talk about Krishna leaving Hastinapur and entering into Dwarka. Though there were no questions about it, so because Sūta Gosvāmī was just entered into the scene of Hastinapura, he narrates the whole thing. Then he comes back again and starts answering the question about Maharaj Yudhishthira's rule. And then he says the coronation of Parikshit Maharaj, what are the things led to Parikshit Maharaj's coronation. Then he talks about starting again the story between Vidura's beneficial advice to Dhritarashtra passing away, and completion of Lord Krishna's earthly pastimes, and also the great departure of the Pandavas, just to give idea about Parikshit Maharaj's coronation. Then talked about Parikshit's rule and victory expedition, dialogue between Bhumi and Dharma, and punishment of Kali, and also answers the question why Maharaj Parikshit did not kill Kali. And finally, the Lord's plan, the insult of says Saunaka, Shringi's curse, Maharaj Parikshit's repentance, and finally his prayopavesham, fasting unto death, and his prayer. Other things are narrated. And he says finally, like Sukadeva Gosvāmī, when he comes, Maharaj Parikshit asks 2 questions. What is the duty of a person who is about to die? And what is in general, what one should do, what one should not do. This is the only thing that he asked at the end of first canto. The entire Bhagavatam is about answering these questions. So this is in short the first canto. Always keep this paper, then we know where we are. Sometimes when we are reading, also when we are reading long purports, we will lose the track of where we are. So keep this paper. It will be very, very helpful. And we have this, fortunately, for entire Bhagavatam. If you are studying some other canto also, we can give. This will be helpful. Now the first chapter. Again, very simple first chapter. Anything auspicious, we begin by invoking the auspiciousness, Mangalasharan prayers. Exactly here, first 3 verses are the prayers. And then there are few verses, the context setting, like the meeting between Sūta Gosvāmī and the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya, they were discussing Bhagavatam. And then the 6 questions, that's all, is there in the first chapter. So this Mangalasharana, actually, Prabhupada wrote Mangalasharana to Bhagavad Gita. When you open Bhagavatam, there was no Mangalasharana prayers. Anyone knows why? You should have got a doubt. Like Prabhupada gave like few pages of Mangalasharana in Bhagavad Gita. But it is not there in Bhagavatam. Why? It's already there in the first 3 verses of Bhagavatam. That is one reason. But there's another reason. Prabhupada gave summary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Why did he do that? Because by invoking Mahaprabhu's name and pastimes, all auspiciousness is invoked, and everything that is difficult, that becomes so easy. That's why Prabhupada actually took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes as Mangalacharna. Namo Mahavadanyaya, Krishna Prema Pradhaite, Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Gauratvashi. Here, the Mangalacharna, Vishnu Thakur is telling that the three verses. First verse is to the Namaskara, offering Dandavats to Lord Krishna. Second verse is talking about Vastu Nirdesha, what is there in Bhagavatam. And the third verse is the blessing. Like if you read Bhagavatam, what happens? So only three things: Namaskara, Vastu Nirdesha, and Ashirvada. We will get into the details. I told in Bhagavad Gita also, and I told when teaching Ishopanishad, Brahma Samhita, and many other things here, that any scripture we have to read, four things we have to understand. They are called Anubandha Chatushtaya. If you have pen and paper, note down, because it will come again and again. Anubandha Chatushtaya. Chatushtaya means four, Anubandha means related. The four related things are the four prerequisites. I also call them as scripture quadruple. The four things related to any scripture. So before telling anything, we have to tell that Adhikari, that means who is eligible to read the book. Adhikari means who is eligible to read, who is eligible to speak. Yeah. And Vishaya means what is the topic, what is discussed in the book. Vishaya means topic. Next is Sambandha. Sambandha means the relation between the book and its name, the book and its contents, and also between all four of these: Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha, and Prayojana. Sambandha literally means relation, and Prayojana means benefit. General question is, why should I read? What will I gain? What's in it for me? So Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha, Prayojana. These are answered in the first three verses, especially the second one. So it is told, who is the Adhikari? Nirmatsaranam Satam, one who is devoid of Matsara, envy, and also there are other things are also told. Vishaya. What is the Vishaya of this book? It is told that Vastavam Vastu, the actual substance, the actual truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Satyam Param is the Vishaya. And what is the Sambandha? The book and the name. What is the Sambandha? Book and Krishna are non-different. The book is non-different from Krishna. That is the Sambandha. And what is the Prayojana? Prayojana means Sivadam. It is all auspicious. Tapatrayon Mulanam. The threefold miseries will go away. And also it said Sadyo Hrudi Avarudhyate Kritibihi Tatkshanat. In that moment, one will immediately get the realization of Lord Krishna. One will immediately realize Lord Krishna. This is the Prayojana. And few other things are there. We will get into the details. Yeah. And third, there is a Ashirvad. Is that Bhagavatam is a Rasamalaya, the ocean of Rasa. So enjoy my blessings upon to you. You enjoy reading Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva is telling. So this is the first three verses, Mangalacharna. Next contest setting, Śaunaka and other sages, they met in Naimiṣāraṇya. Naimiṣāraṇya is the greatest of Vishnu's places, holy place. Sūta Gosvāmī is welcome. Sūta Gosvāmī is glorified. Then finally they have asked the 6 questions. What is the ultimate good for all? What is the essence of all scriptures? Why Lord Krishna appeared? Describe Lord's great activities in relation to creation. His Purusha avatars. Describes Lord's various incarnations, his Leela avatars. And where did Dharma take shelter? After Lord Krishna left to his own. These are the 6 questions. Yeah. The same thing is here. Yeah. Mangalacharna, arrival of Sūta Gosvāmī, and the 6 questions. So looks, this verse is very important. The first verse of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas Chāteshvabhignasvarat. Tene Brahma Hrudaya Adi Kavaye muhyanti yat surayaha tejo varimrutam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So Vyasadeva, who wrote these 3 verses? Vyasadeva. See, in the book, whoever is speaking, it is said that their name comes with Vacha. Sūta Vacha, Vyasa Vacha, Rajo Vacha, like that. In the beginning, he didn't give anything. He started with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya because Vyasadeva himself is writing, so it's Vyasa Vacha. We have to understand. That's how Acharyas explain. What is Vyasa is telling? He's telling Mangalacharana is offering Dandavas to the Supreme Lord. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Param Satyam is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. And he's calling him Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He says that Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, O my Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then he is telling that Satyam Param Dhimahi. I meditate upon Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa because he is the absolute truth. Satyam Param Dhimahi. Dhimahi means meditate. In fact, literal meaning is it should be Dhyaye Maha. Let us meditate. He is not telling that I meditate, I am studying. Let us all meditate together on Lord Krishna. Let us all study together. In one sense, Vyasadeva is initiating everybody into reading of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam by saying Satyam Param Dhimahi. So there are lots of things that can be said about this verse. We will speak some other time. I'll only talk briefly and move on. So here, Supreme Lord is told he is invoked, like with Satyam Param, and then few things are told, few Lakshanas of Supreme Lord are told. The Lakshanas are 2 types. There are Swarupa Lakshanas, there are Tatastha Lakshanas. Swarupa means it's always true. Tatastha means like sometimes Lord performs some things. So it started here with Janmadyasya Yataha. From whom Janma, etc. will come. Of the various universes of this universe and countless number of universes. Janma and others. When we say Janma and others means what are the others? Birth and others means maintenance and destruction. Yeah. Creation, maintenance and destruction. Janmadyasya yataha. And it is told, Anvayad itaratascha. Anvayad itaratascha. It said, Anvaya means Anvayad itaratascha. Directly and indirectly. What is it directly and indirectly? Anvayad itaratascha abhignaha. He is conscious about all the manifestations directly and indirectly. Swarat. Swarat means supremely independent. He is supremely independent. Then it is said, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaya. Here Brahma means who? Brahma means who? Huh? No, here Brahma means not Lord Brahma. Adikavi means Chaturmukha Brahma, Lord Brahma. Brahma means who? Here Brahma means, what is Brahma here? Brahma means Veda. Brahma has many meanings. See, in Bhagavad Gita also, in Gita in a nutshell, I have given, understand before reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, these things, because multiple meanings for the same word are there. So here Brahma means the Vedas. Adikavi means Lord Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. One who told the Vedas, one who revealed the Vedas in the heart of the Chaturmukha Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahma. Then Muhyanti et Surayaha. He who puts all of them into bewilderment. Suri means who? Surayaha means Suris, multiple Suris. Who are the Suris? Huh? Demigods. Any other answer? Sages. Any other answer? All living entities. Still not complete. Who all Krishna can put bewilder? Who all Krishna can put bewilderment? Even Balram. Still not complete. Everybody other than Krishna is Suri. Generally, we don't say not all living entities are Suri. Suri means great people, like demigods, sages, even the incarnations of the Lord, everybody. Why am I saying like that? Because he has put Lord Balram also into bewilderment. He had put Vamana also into bewilderment. When did he put Vamana into bewilderment? Bhagavad Gita, it is told that when Krishna is showing his Vishwarupa, Adityas are shocked. One of the Aditya is Vamana. He himself showed Vishwarupa. So much description is there previously that, Vamana became, he pierced the Brahmanda and went. That Vamana also, looking at Krishna's Vishwarupa, oh, this is greater than my own Vishwarupa. He was bewildered. So he bewilders everybody. Muhyanti et Suraya. The great sages like Markandeya. And the Devatas like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu. Even Brahma and Lord Shiva, specifically, Bhagavatam says that they were also bewildered. And all his incarnations, also Krishna can be bewildered. Yeah. This is Muhyanti et Suraya. Next. Tejo vari mritam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha umrisha. Mrisha means what? Mrisha. This is a very important word. What is Mrisha and Amrisha? They are opposites. True and false. What is false? Mrisha is false. Amrisha is not false. True. So it is said that yatra trisargo mrisha, in whom this world appears like truth. But this world is false. Actually, Vaishnava theory is that world is not false, world is temporal. The temporary world appears as permanent because of him. Yatra trisargo mrisha. The trisarga, different acharyas give different meanings. Some other time I will detail with flowcharts. I will explain this verse. Tejo vari mritam yatha vinimayo. It is said that Tejo vari mritam yatha vinimayo. Some Srila Prabhupada joined this to Muhyanti et Suraya, and some acharyas joined this phrase to Yatra Trisargo Mrisha. See, in earth, water and fire, Agni, Jal and Sthal, you can see one in other things. For example, you can see fire in water. You can see land in water. And vice versa. So all these things can be seen one in the others. So like that, people think this world is the Lord, but actually not. Dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam. He says that always happily staying in his dhamna. Svena means his own, dhamna means dhamma. Dhamna svena sada. Sada nirasta kuhakam. This Dhamma is free of all kinds of problems. Nirasta kuhakam, where he is staying happily. That Supreme Lord, Satyam Param Dhimahi. Let us all meditate. Let us all meditate on the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is son of Vasudeva and Devaki, the Param Satyam, from whom the countless number of universes are created, maintained and destroyed. He is the cause of directly and indirectly of all the manifested universes and all manifestations. He is supremely cognizant. Abhigna is supremely independent. Swarar. He is the one who revealed the Vedas, Vedic knowledge to Lord Brahma. And he bewilders the great souls. And he always stays happily in his own abode, free of all kinds of disturbances. That Supreme Lord, we are glorified. Few points. Obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Vasudeva directly indicate Lord Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Some people say that Bhagavatam is not the Bhagavatam. They said, when I said Bhagavatam, one person immediately stopped me in Bangalore. Which Bhagavatam? Yes. I said, what is this question? I never heard. We know that Bhagavatam is that you should say Suka's Bhagavatam, he told. Why Suka's Bhagavatam? There is Devi Bhagavatam, that is the actual Bhagavatam. So you are saying Bhagavatam, you should say Suka's Bhagavatam. This argument that actual Bhagavatam is Devi Bhagavatam is bulldozed by all acharyas. That is not true. Here Vasudeva refers to Krishna's plenary portion, and like Pradyumna, Aniruddha, You know that Vasudeva. Who is the fourth one? Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, and Sankar. And he is the son of Vasudeva Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told that this Purana is the spotless Purana because it has the descriptions of Lord Krishna. Why Bhagavatam is topmost Purana? Because Krishna is the topmost of all avatars. He is the avatari. That's why Bhagavatam elaborately describes about Krishna in 90 chapters. Not 90 chapters. Actually, if you count, the chapters are 108. Because some chapters about Krishna are described in other cantos also. Like first canto, you have some chapters dedicated to Lord Krishna. In third canto, you are dedicated some chapters to Lord Krishna. You have 11th canto, some chapters are talking about Lord Krishna. You count all of them, it's 108. So Krishna's stories are described elaborately. That's why. He says that Lord Krishna, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa is the origin of all creations. He is not only the creator of this universe, but also the destroyer, maintainer, and of all the universes. He's like that. He's conscious of everything. He's supreme intelligent. He's supremely independent of everything. Yeah. Vyasadeva here is actually giving a mantra. Gayatri mantra, like people are not qualified. Oh, those who are Dvijas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, they are only eligible. But by giving Dhimahi here, which is the syntax of Gayatri, he is actually giving Gayatri to everybody, initiating everyone into reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And it's also told that Bhagavatam is a commentary on Gayatri mantra also. Arthoyam Brahma Sutrana Bharatardha Vinirnayaha Gayatri Bhashya Rupauso Vedardha Paribrahmita. It is said that Bhagavatam is a commentary on Gayatri, commentary on Brahma Sutras, commentary on Upanishads, commentary on, what is the other one? Upanishads, Vedanta Sutras. Vedanta Sutras. Why particularly they are told Vedanta Sutras, Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutras, Upanishads? Vedanta. Why it is told specifically Vedanta Sutras, Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita? Why? Because we have so many scriptures, but these three scriptures are very special, and they are called what? Prasthanatraya. They are called, Prasthana means liberating. They only give liberation. Prasthanatraya. The Bhagavad Gita, because it is essence of the Smritis. It is part of Smriti Mahabharata. And Upanishads are called Shruti Prasthana. They are the essence, end of the Shruti. Veda Anta, conclusion of the Vedas. That is. And Brahma Sutras or Vedanta Sutras, they are the essence of they are called Nyaya Prasthana. The essence of all the scriptures. So Shruti Prasthana, Nyaya Prasthana. Put together what they are called? Prasthana. And Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is commentary on all three of them. Arthoyam Brahma Sutra. Commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. Bharata Artha Vinirnayaha. Artha means essence. Bharata Artha means what? Essence of Mahabharata. What is essence of Mahabharata? Bhagavad Gita. Bharata Artha Vinirnayaha means commentary on Bhagavad Gita. Then Veda Artha Paribrahmita. Commentary on Veda Arthas. Veda Artha means Upanishads. So, like that, it is everything. And also, it is told Gayatri Bhashya Rupa also. It is the commentary on the Gayatri Mantra. So, in short, this verse is the invocation verse of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Very important. And Supreme Lord's Swarupa Lakshanas, Tatastha Lakshanas are there. Swarupa Lakshana means always true. Like Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kunkam, who stays, enjoys in his spiritual eternal abode, Goloka Vrindavan. That is Swarupa Lakshana. Creation deals with creation, maintenance, and destruction. That is Tatastha Lakshana. So both are mentioned here. So here one point Srila Prabhupada told, strikingly important point. Someone please read Rauli Narayana this thing.
In the past 500 years, many erudite scholars and acharyas like Jiva Gosvāmī, Sanatana Gosvāmī, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Vallabhacharya, and many other distinguished scholars, even after the time of Lord Chaitanya, made elaborate commentaries on the Bhagavatam. And the serious student would do well to attempt to go through them to better relish the transcendental message.
The very first purport Prabhupada is talking that serious student should study, go through, means study sincerely and relish the commentaries of Acharyas. But unfortunately, some in ISKCON have allergy. If they hear Acharya's name, there is an allergy. And also they feel that by talking about Acharyas, we are going to be disloyal to Srila Prabhupada. That is a wrong and myth. Srila Prabhupada encouraged that we should read Srila Prabhupada books. Along with that, the Syrian students should also read the commentaries. Srila Prabhupada wanted that in the very first verse and multiple times in the first canto itself, he himself would put that. So, whenever it is necessary to bring some points from Acharya's commentaries, we will read. Now, the second verse. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo. Nirmatsaranam satam. Vedyam vastavamatra vastu sivadam. Vastavamasta vastu sivadam. Tapatrayonmulanam. Śrīmad Bhāgavate Mahamuni Krite. Kim va parairishvaraha. Sadyo hrudya varudhyate prakritibihi. Shushrūshubhistakshana. So, what is the first one? Dharma projita kaitavaha atra. Means what? Anybody? Narayana? What is dharma projita kaitava? Means everybody says rejecting all religious activities, rejecting all kinds of dharmas. What dharma is being talked about here? Dharma, artha, kama. Is dharma, artha, kama are talked about? Anything else? So that basically our dharma is how many types of dharma? Broadly classification, 2 types. What is that? Swadharma. It's not paradharma, parudharma. Paradharma means one varna doing duties of other dharma. That is paradharma. Bhagavad Gita says paradharmo bhayavaha. We are not talking about paradharma. We are talking about parodharma. Means the Bhagavad dharma. Varnashram dharma, Bhagavad dharma. Pravritti dharma, nivritti dharma. Swadharma, parodharma. Like that. Yeah. So, he is not talking about rejecting swadharma. Definitely. Not talking about rejecting parodharma also. What is being talked about here as kaitava dharma means that which appears like dharma, but actually not dharma. That which appears like dharma. You cannot say Bhagavatam is rejecting swadharma. There are hundreds of verses in Bhagavatam talking about like swadharma. Sometimes devotees understand that Bhagavatam is talking about forget everything and just chant and be happy. Only like parodharma matters, swadharma is not required. When the great sages, after telling about the highest episode of bhakti in Bhagavatam, greatest episode, is story of whom? Story of where Prahlad Maharaj, devotional service is described, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, all that he told. 7th canto, 10 chapters are discussed. After that, still Narada Muni Yudhishthira Maharaj is talking. What they are talking? Varnashram Dharma. They are talking about Varnashram Dharma. If it is not important, after reading Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, such a nice story of Prahlad, why will they discuss? It is also there. So Bhagavatam is not rejecting Swadharma. There are some verses, we'll talk about that. It will come in 1st canto and 11th canto, here and there, some verses appears like reject. No. But we have to understand in the light of the context. So everything that appears like dharma, but not dharma, Bhagavatam is talking about, that is cheating. Just trying to go some material benefit, worshipping the Supreme Lord, that is cheating. Like going to Chilkur Balaji only for visa. You know what? Day before yesterday, somebody in America, they're blaming Chilkur Balaji. He said Indians go to this place. An American parliament member is telling that they have so many places, there's so many different ways how to get visas. These people, they also go to one Balaji temple, they pray there, and they get Chilkur Balaji and they get visas. We don't have any such facilities in our country. He's writing. And Indians have all nasty means of getting this. It's so nice, actually, indirectly is glorifying the Lord. Yeah. But anyway, so what is here Kaitava Dharma means rejecting Dharma means not rejecting Swadharma, not rejecting Parodharma. It is actually that which appears like Dharma, which is not Dharma. Then we are saying Atra Paramaha. This is the supreme scripture. And who are the people? Adhikaris, we told Nirmatsarana Satam. Who are the Nirmatsarana Satam? Satam means devotees. Like no, Sat means devotion. Satam means devotees. So devotees devoid of envy. They are. And Sushkushu, those who are eager to hear. They are the Adhikaris for Bhagavatam. It is told. And what is the Vedyam Vastava Matra Vastu? What is there in Bhagavatam? Vastava Vastu, the actual substance, Supreme Personality of Godhead. By hearing Bhagavatam, it is all auspicious, Shivadam, and Tapatrayon Mulanam. One will get rid of threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries? Many times we hear this thing. What are the threefold miseries? Huh? Huh? Actually, it is not Adhyatmika. It is not Adhibhautika. It is Adhi. Adhi-atmika. Adhi-bhautika. Adhi-daivika. What is Adhi-atmika means? That which is Atma means self. That is caused by you. Your mind only. Like because of your mind. For example, some next door neighbor, their child gets more marks than our child. There is something pinching in the heart. They did not do anything to you. Just got your child got less marks compared to them. That is Adhyatmika misery. Yeah, it is caused by self. And Adhi-bhautika. Adhi-bhautika means what? Caused by other living entity. Yeah, somehow or other they scold or they do something, steal something. Adhi-daivika means caused by devatas. So they threefold. All the threefold miseries will be vanquished by reading Bhagavatam. Then Śrīmad Bhāgavate Mahamuni Krute. So Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is written by Mahamuni. I told, who is telling this verse? Who is Mahamuni here? Is he writing that? I am Mahamuni. See, whenever Vyasa puts that Vyasa said, he said Vyasa Vacha. Whenever Śukadeva Gosvāmī said something, he'll put Śrī Śukadeva. He is not putting Śrī Vyasa Vacha. So he is not giving respect to himself. But why he will write Mahamuni there? Because Vyasa is the Supreme Lord and he is a great sage, he can write. But Acharyas gave another explanation. Here Mahamuni is the Narayan Ṛṣi. Narayan Ṛṣi. So he is actually learnt from him. So he is glorifying Narayan Ṛṣi. He said, Śrīmad Bhāgavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parair Ishvara. If Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is there, what is the need for other scriptures? Kimva Parai. Kimva Parai. What is the use of other things? No use. What is the prayojana of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? It is told, Ishvaraha Sadhyo Hrudi Avarudhyate Atra Kritibihi Tat Shana. Immediately Lord will manifest in the heart. What is this Lord manifesting in the heart immediately? Is always there as Paramatma in everybody. What is it? He manifesting again. Not Paramatma. The beautiful Lord Krishna manifesting in the heart. Reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Yeah, Paramatma is anyway there. But Lord himself descends into that heart as Krishna in his beautiful two-handed form. One who relishes Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Sadhyo Hrudya Avarudhyate Takritibi Shushrushibhi Takshana. Takshana means immediately, right away, then and there, no doubt. And so there are four things are talked about in this verse. One is Adhikara. Who is eligible for reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? Who? Nirmasana. One more. Sushrushu, it is told. And what is the Vishaya in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? What is the topic? Vastava. Vastava means actual. Actual substance. Who is that actual substance? Krishna. Satyam Param Dhima. It's told in the first verse. And what is the relationship between the book, the name, and the Vastu, Krishna? What is that? Sambandha? Because he is Krishna himself, non-difference. And what is the prayojana of reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? What is the benefit of reading Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? Krishna manifests Yeah, sadhyo hrudi avarudhyate tat kshanat. Immediately Lord Krishna. And there are two more things told. Sivadam brings all auspiciousness. Then tapatrayan miseries will be there. This is what is told. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam. Devotees who are 100% pure in heart, Srila Prabhupada says. But later he says, that means don't think that I am not a pure devotee, so I am not adhikari, I will stop reading Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada says everybody should read Bhagavatam. That's why Vyasadeva is initiating everybody that we become pure. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam gives information about the absolute truth in his personal feature. It is therefore higher than impersonal speculations and the Jnana Kanda and the Karma Kanda divisions of the Veda. It is even higher than the Upasana Kanda because it's talking about the worship of Krishna. Third one. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam Sukha mukadamruta drava samyutam Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. Here Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is compared with what? Anybody? Huh? What is the Sanskrit here? Phalam. Fruit from the tree. Which tree? Huh? Huh? Nigama kalpataror. Nigama means Vedas. Kalpatara means desire tree. Vedic desire tree. So Vedas has many fruits. And Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the best of those fruits. When fruit falls from the tree, what happens? What if suppose a ripe mango is there? It's fallen. What happens? Huh? Still destroyed. Galitam phalam means the fallen fruit. But this is not fallen like that. It is brought carefully in the parampara. Is given to one person, the next person, next person, next person, next person. So the message is as it is. It is not fallen like the other fruit which falls. And then any fruit is there, any fruit. And if the parrot tastes that fruit, that means it's more sweet. Here, who is the parrot? Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Shuka literally means parrot. Sukha mukhad amrita drava samyutam. This is tasted by the beaks of Śukadeva Gosvāmī. So it is so wonderful. Amrita drava samyutam. It's like nectar. Drava samyutam amrita. Like liquid nectar. What is this? Fruit mein kya hota hai? If you take any fruit, mango, what will be there? Huh? Tell loudly. You can arrange a mic tomorrow. Sweet, huh? No. What all ingredients are there in a mango? Pulp, seed, huh? Juice. Pulp, seed, juice. No, and then there is a skin. Skin. But this fruit of Bhagavatam, that means what? Any fruit you take something, you throw something. You take the fruit and you throw something. Here, there is nothing to be thrown. Everything you can take. There is no skin. There is no seed. Everything you can take. Like Amrita Drava Samyutam, because liquid, it's like a milkshake or something like that. You can drink this fruit. And then he says, normally we say, you drink, we say, you eat the fruit. He is telling, you drink the fruit. Pibata. Pibata means not eat. Pibata means drink. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. You drink the juice of Bhagavatam. Drink the fruit. Drink the fruit. That means there is nothing waste in this fruit. Everything is perfect. Rasam Alayam. This is the ocean of the rasas. We'll talk in detail about the rasas later. But Rasam Alayam, ocean of the rasas. Also, Alayam means even after liberation. Layam means destruction. Alayam means even after destruction. Forever, enjoy. Muhuraho means again and again. Rasika means those who are enjoying rasa. Bhuvi bhavuka, the expertly thoughtful people. He say, oh expert and thoughtful men, really Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literature. Literally means drink the fruit of Bhagavatam. It emanated from the lips of Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Everybody enjoys Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Particularly, Prabhupada is talking from the Atmarama point of view that he enjoys. So there are many rasas. Yeah. What is the rasa means? Huh? Mellow. Yeah. We'll talk in detail. We all know from the Natya Shastra, there are 9 rasas. Raudra, Adbhuta, Shrungara, Hasya, Veera, Daya, Dasya, Sakya, Bhayanaka, Bhivatsa, Shanta, Vatsalya. There are 12 rasas, but Natya Shastra talks about only 9 rasas. What are those? Raudra, Adbhuta, Shrungara, Hasya, Veera, Daya, Bhayanaka, Bhivatsa, Shanta. The 3 additional things are added by Rupa Goswami: Vatsalya, Sakya, and Dasya. So normally it is said Navarasa Bharitam, but Bhagavatam actually Dwadasha Rasa Bharitam. He added some additional rasas, modified the concept of Bharata Muni's Natya Shastra. So now we concluded the Mangalasharana verses. First verse is talking about what? Namaskara. Second verse is talking about Vastu Nirdesha. Third verse is blessing, Ashirvada. Now, Sūta Gosvāmī comes. Naimishe animisha kshetre Rishaya Saunakādayaha Satram Svargaya Lokaya Sahasra Samamasata. Naimisha means what? Naimisha means what? Naimiṣāraṇya. Say loud whatever, and be confident. It's okay if you're wrong. We are not taking your exam now. Say loudly. Naimisha means this thing. Here told Naimisha is Animisha Kshetra. Naimisha is Animisha Kshetra. What is Animisha? Animisha means those who will not blink their eyes. Who are these people? Huh? Devatas. Also the Supreme Lord. He will also not blink his eyes. So it is a place of Lord. This is place of Vishnu. This is Vishnu Kshetra. It's a Divya Desham. It's Punya Kshetram. It's the place Devatas stay. Why it is the place of Devatas? Because the place of Supreme Lord. So Naimisha is Animisha Kshetra. There are Rishayaha, sages gathered there. How many number? Anybody? How many sages gathered? Huh? Huh? How many? 88,000. 88,000 gathered. There is no mic. Yeah. Sūta Gosvāmī is speaking. Who are those people? Śaunaka Ṛṣi. Śaunaka and others. This place, who is he? Śaunaka. That is his house in Naimiṣāraṇya. We went there. We stayed there and we also took prasadam for 1 week. In his place, even today, that is called Śaunaka Gaddi. In his place, you go, they'll give prasadam to you. And it's like wonderful place. We went there. So they were doing what they were doing. Satram, Sahasra Samam Asata. They are doing Satram. Satram means Satrayaga. Sacrifice. What is the there are different kinds of sacrifice. In that Satrayaga means what? Anybody? Satram, it is told. Satram Asata. They are performing fire sacrifice or this yajna. What is this Satra yajna? Later they also says Dirgha Satra, long Satra yajna. What is that? Anybody? See, in yajna, there are 2 kinds of people. Those who actually do, those who sponsor. Suppose I'll call a priest, sponsor, come on, do one Sudarshana Yaga for me. He will come and do it. Priest. That means priest is different. The sponsor is different. He is called Ejamani. He is called Ritvik or Purohita. But in Satra Yaga, the Ejamani and Ritvik, the sponsor and priest is same. The sponsor and priest is same. These all 88,000 people are sponsoring. For whom? Lokaya. For the benefit, for the welfare of all of us who are going to take birth in Kali-yuga. They have become sponsor of this thing and they have done this long yajna. How long? Sahasra Samam. 1,000 years sacrifice. They're all born in Dwapara Yuga. Dwapara Yuga, the lifetime is 1,000 years. In Kali-yuga, it is 100 years. Like that. So, Sahasra Samam Asata. And then by doing this yajna, what are they doing? Swargaya. They are glorifying the Lord, who is glorified in Swarga also. For the pleasure of the Lord, for the welfare of everybody. Swargaya and Lokaya. This Saunaka and others doing this yajna in Naimiṣāraṇya. In Vayaviya Tantra, Srila Prabhupada is telling this told that Brahma, the engineer of this particular universe, contemplated a great wheel which could enclose the universe. The hub of this great circle was fixed at the particular place known as Naimiṣāraṇya. So, the hub of the universal wheel is there in Naimiṣāraṇya. In another place, Srila Prabhupada said that Radha Damodar temple is the center of the universe, said in another place. Yeah. So in Varaha Purana and many places, the glories of Naimiṣāraṇya are there. Some other time we'll speak one full class about glories of Naimiṣāraṇya. Now we'll see what happened there. Ta ekada tu munayaha pratarhuta hutagnayaha sakritam sūtamasinam paprachuridamādara. Ekada means once upon a time. The Munayaha, all the sages, these 88,000 people, Pratar Huta Hutagnayaha. Morning time, they have completed their morning Sandhya Vandana, morning fire sacrifice, Huta Hutagnaya. Morning program is over at that time. Sakritam Sūtam Asinam. The Sūta came, they welcomed the Sūta. Paprachur idam adarat. After making him seated comfortably, they have actually asked this question. That place is still there, Sūta Gaddi. You can go and see. Even now, there is a Bhagavatam recitation almost every day. There is a fire sacrifice every day. That wonderful place is still there in Naimiṣāraṇya. And if you go wherever, if you go and even sleep in Naimiṣāraṇya, you only hear Bhagavatam. We were there all night, morning, night, noon, every time. Bhagavatam is heard. So that's a wonderful place. So one day after finishing their morning duties by burning a sacrificial fire and offering a seat of esteem to Srila Sūta Gosvāmī, the great sages made inquiries with great respect. Idam adarat means great respect and wonderful questions, paprachur, about the following matters. So here Srila Prabhupada is talking about the Gosvāmis, means those who control their senses. These Gosvāmis restrain all their senses and they stick to the path made by the previous acharyas. The Gosvāmis do not deliver lectures on Bhagavatam capriciously. Rather, they execute their services most carefully, following their predecessors who delivered the spiritual message unbroken to them. So Sūta is welcome. Now very simple, only 6 questions are there. Please be patient. Rishayaha uchuhu. Rishaya uchuhu. Tvaya khalu puranani. Setihasani chanaga. Akhyatanyapyadhitani. Dharma shastrani anyuta. They started questioning, they are about to ask their first question. They are telling Anagha. Anagha means? Agha means sin. Anagha means free from sins. You are pure. Oh Anagha, oh Sūta Gosvāmī. Tvaya, by you. Tvaya khalu purani sa itihasani. By you, Puranas and Itihasas akhyatani. They are spoken, adhitani. They are read and spoken. You read the Puranas and you read the Itihasas. You also spoke about them. Also, Dharma Shastrani Yani Uta. So you have 3 things. Purana, you have read and you have lectured on 3 things. What are the 3 things? Puranas, Itihasas, Dharma Shastras. My question now. What is the difference between Purana and Itihasa? Anyone? Vasan Prabhu will know. What is the difference? Purana is the oldest. Both are histories. Purana is the history of old. Itihasa is recent. Yeah, 5,000 year old. Very recent. In this Kali-yuga. Other things are... Puranas are not chronological. Itihasa is some extent chronological. Yeah, that's another point. But the primary difference is both are histories. Histories of bygone ages, Srila Prabhupada says, long time, are related to another kalpa, another manvantara, sometimes another brahmanda, sometimes about another, another universe. Yeah. That is Puranas. But mostly about this kalpa, this manvantara only, but other details are also there about previous kalpa, sometimes with itihas, research. Purana says more about one dynasty. Itihasa says about one dynasty. Yeah. There are only two books we call about itihasa. One other thing is, in itihasas, it is somebody has written itihasa when it is going on. Valmiki wrote itihasa current, same time as Lord Rama. He was also there. He was part. Vyasa also wrote Mahabharata. He was part of that. But Puranas are generally not. Bhagavatam is the latest one. Yes, Bhagavatam case too, but other Puranas is not like that. It is a past thing recounted. Here it is like writing contemporary. That is Itihasas. And what are Dharma Shastras? What are Dharma Shastras? Shastras which explain Dharma. We have so many different kinds of Dharma Shastras. There's Manusmriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, so many other things are there. And sometimes some things talk about Varnashrama duty, some talks about Prayaschitta, some talks about Nitya and Nitya Karmas, like that. There are different things are there. So these are. They are not telling Vedas to Sūta Gosvāmī. Why? They told you read Puranas, you read Itihasas, you read Dharma Shastras and you lectured. They are not talking about Vedas. Why? He is son of Romaharshana. Not because he is son of Romaharshana, because he is from the Sūta Vamshi. He is born from the Pratiloma marriage. That means he is not Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishyas. He is not considered as this thing, so he is not eligible. But some people say, no. Sūta is a Brahmana. They'll give this Purana, that Purana, some reference. But he himself in Bhagavatam is refuting. He is telling, Aho vayam janma brutodya hasma vruddhatu vrityapi viloma jataha. He said that I am born of the marriage of Viloma Jata, those who are not eligible for Vedas. So he didn't read the Vedas. But later we'll see how he understood. Yeah. Here it is told that who is Goswami is free from the four vices, one who is following the four regulative principles. Yani Veda Vidam Shreshtaha Bhagavan Badarayanaha Anye cha Munaya Sūta Paravara Vido Viduhu. Who is called Bhagavan here? Vyasadeva, Badarayana. So he says Sūta, and Prabhupada calls being the eldest learned Vedantist. Oh, Sūta Gosvāmī. He didn't read Vedas, he didn't read Vedanta. Then why is Prabhupada calling him eldest learned Vedantist? He is not even the eldest by age, because we know that he is younger than all of them. Eldest learned Vedantist, because he understood the Vedas. How did he understand Vedas? He says, Bhagavan Badarayana. Badarayana is a Shrestha. Veda Vidam Shrestha. He is the best of those who read the Vedas. Vida means knowing. Veda Vida means knower of the Vedas. Veda Vidam Shrestha means the best of the knowers of Vedas. Who is that? Bhagavan Badarayana. Why? Why Vyasa knows all the Vedas? He personally compiled, he personally divided one Veda into many Vedas, because Supreme Lord also did not compile. So, and he knows the Vedanta, because he says, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarver ahameva vedya. He himself is telling, Vedanta krit, Veda videvacha. I compiled the Vedanta. Vedanta krit, Krishna says, I only know. Vyasa, in the form of Vyasa, he compiled Vedanta Sutras, so he knows. Paravara Vido Viduhu. And also there are many other sages, Munayaha. Who are they? They are Para Avara Viduhu. That means they know physical, metaphysical. That means material knowledge and spiritual knowledge. You know everything that Vyasa knows. You know everything that all other sages knows. you have not read by yourself, you have not studied by yourself, but you know all of them. How? You are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. How he will know? Any answer? Without reading. Huh? When he was whom? Remember, I'm talking about Sūta Gosvāmī. How? Huh? That he read only Bhagavatam, that comes under Purana. We are talking about how he knows about everything, Sūta Gosvāmī. Huh? Huh? He is blessed. He is blessed. How he is blessed? It is told here. Vetatvam saumya tat sarvam tatvatastadanugrahat brūyusnigdasya sisyasya guravo guhyamapyuta. How he knows? Tad anugrahat. Tad means whom? Tad anugrahat. Tad means whom? Tad means Om Tat Sat. Tad means Krishna. Tad means Balram. Tad also means Vyasadeva. Yeah. Tad anugrahat. By the mercy of Vyasadeva. Tad also means Śukadeva Gosvāmī. By the blessings of Vyasa, Śukadeva and Balrama. He knows everything. Tattvataha. He knows. Saumya. Tat sarvam. He knows everything because, O Saumya, he says, O gentle one. He is the gentle one. What? Why only gentle disciples know? It is told. Brūyuhu snigdasya sisyasya guravo guhyam apyuta. Because the gentle people, they are good students. They are humble, gentle, surrendered. Guravo guhyam apyuta. Gurus teach them secrets. Guhyam means secret. Guravo guhyam apyuta. Gurus teach secrets to the gentle disciples. Brūyu snigdasya sisyasya. Gentle disciples. Because he is gentle. Because he is humble. Because he is thinking, I am unqualified. Like, I am asked to speak, but I am unqualified. He is considering himself is born in a low family. He is like that. Though he is a great devotee, we cannot see him by his varna and ashrama. But he is feeling like that. Because of that quality, Acharyas and the Supreme Lord blessed him. It is essential, therefore, that a disciple be very much obedient and submissive to the bona fide spiritual master. Srila Sūta Gosvāmī fulfilled all these qualifications as a disciple, and therefore he was endowed with all favors by his learned and self-raised spiritual masters such as Srila Vyasadeva and others. Who are the others? Śukadeva Gosvāmī, Balram. Tatra tatrāñjasāyushman bhavata yadvinischitam pumsam ekantat asveyaha tannasyam shitumarhasi. This is Ayushman. Like this is, they're blessing him. Ayushman. We'll say Ayushman Bhava. So, O Ayushman, who you have, may you live for long. This is Tatra Anjasa. Anjasa means easily. Bhavata yad vinishchitam. Determined by you. Whatever is the conclusion. Bhavata yad vinishchitam. Pumsam ekantatasreyaha. For human beings, whatever is ultimate good. Ekantatasreyaha. Tan. That. Naha. To us. Shamshitum arhasi. Please tell us whatever is the essence of all the scriptures. What you thought about ultimate good for everybody. Pumsam ekantatasreyaha. What is ultimate good? Because you read Puranas, you read Itihasas, you read Dharma Shastras, you also understood all material and spiritual knowledge and entire Vedic knowledge by the blessings of your gurus. You know everything. Please tell. Pumsam ekantatasreyaha. What is ultimate good for everything? That is being questioned. That is the first question. Now the second question. Before asking second question, he's telling this thing. Prayenalpayusha sabya kalavasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadruta. He might be saying, why should I tell? Let them also read. Let them also understand by themselves. They are saying, no. These Kali-yuga people who are going to take birth, they are not like us. We are having 1,000 years or more life. That's why we are doing this yajna. But these Kali-yuga people, they are alpayushaha. Their duration is short. Their duration is short. But also they are lazy. Like, even though short duration is there, in that half of them, like, every day, like half of the time will go for sleeping and other things, and lot of time will go for other things. Very less time is available for scriptural reading. Will they read and understand? No. Why? Manda, they are lazy. Some people may not be lazy, but sumanda matayaha, they are misguided. They don't have buddhi. They don't use their brain properly. Maybe some of them do use their brain properly, but manda bhagya, they are unlucky. They will not be able to do because they are unlucky because of one reason or other reason. Even though they have little bit of buddhi, still they will not take time and do. And maybe some people are they're fortunate. They're trying to do, but because they're also disturbed sometimes, they are becoming sick, they are becoming other things, they will not be able to do. So you have to tell what is that one thing, ultimate good for everybody, because you read everything. He may be telling, you study and find out what is the essence, you study and find out what is the good. No, you tell. The student communities are no longer being maintained, and householders do not observe the rules and regulations of the Grihastha Ashrama. Consequently, the so-called Vanaprasthas and Sannyasis who come out of such Grihastha Ashramas are easily deviated from the rigid path. They are disturbed. Everybody is disturbed. All the Varnas and Ashramas. So you tell, they are saying. Bhurini bhuri karmani Shotavyani vibhagashaha Atha sadotra yatsaram Samudrutya manishaya Bruhi bhadraya bhutanam Yenatma suprasidati. In the scriptures, Shotavyani vibhagashaha, different branches are there. Bhuri karmani, needs scripture, there are many duties. Bhuri means many. Bhuri karmani, many scriptures, many duties are there. Ataha, from them, sadho atra yat saram, the essence of all those things. Samudrutya, you collecting carefully. Manishaya, using your intelligence, your buddhi, you collect that essence. Bruhi bhadraya bhutanam yenatma suprasidati. You tell for the welfare of all the living entities. Bhadraya bhutanam yenatma suprasidati. By what their heart is purified. By what one's atma is purified. Here, atma means self. Atma means body, Atma means mind, Atma means intellect, Atma means antakarana, Atma means the self, soul. So, you tell the essence by which our Atma is purified. Because if we have to read many scriptures, many karmas, many different things, we cannot take the essence. You tell, he's telling. All scriptures and scriptural instructions are meant for the satisfaction of the self, that is Atma. Second question. Now third question is asking. Sūta janasi bhadram te Bhagavan Sattvatam Patihi Devakyam Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Chikirshaya. They are giving blessing. Bhadram te, all fortune to you. Normally we offer dandavats to the speaker. But actually they are blessing because he's younger, small boy compared to them. So they started, the class actually started by his father. In between he died before they completed. So he's a substitute speaker, replacement came. And then the small boy, they were blessing him. Badram te, all fortune to you. Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi. Satvatas means devotees. I told Sat means devotion. Satvata means devotees. Satvatam Patihi means the Lord of the devotees. Who is that? Krishna. Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi. Lord Krishna. Devakyam Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Chikirsha. Why did the Lord appeared? The Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. Why he appeared? Janasi. Sūta, you know the reason. You know the reason. That means what? You tell us. You know the reason, Sūta, why the Lord appeared. He could have sent his representative. He could have sent his weapon. He could have sent any of his incarnation. Yeah. But why that Swayam Bhagavan, the Lord of Vaikuntha, the Lord of Goloka Vrindavan, why he himself manifested directly as a son of Devaki and Vasudeva? Why he came? You tell. They're asking. Yeah. Tanna Sushrushamananam Arhasyanganuvarnitum Esyavataro Bhutanam Kshemaya cha Bhavaya cha. Why should I tell you? Shushrushamanana. We want to hear. We really want to know. Why? Kshemaya Bhavaya. For the welfare of the entire human beings. Kshemaya Bhavaya. The welfare of everybody. The protection of everybody. Arhasi Anga Anuvarintam. They are calling Anga means boy. Babu. Telugu mein. Anga. Babu. Please tell. Anuvarnitam. Nicely describe. Yasyavataro Bhutanam. Why the Lord appeared. You please tell for the benefit of everybody, for the protection of everybody. We are desiring to hear, you tell. Yeah. The conditions for hearing the transcendental message of the absolute truth are set forth here. The first condition is that the audience must be very sincere and eager to hear. And the speaker must be in the line of disciplic succession from the recognized Acharya. So it's a wonderful combination of speaker and the listeners. Apanna samsmritin ghoram Yannama vivasho grunan Tatas sadhyo vimuccheta Yad viveti swayam bhayam. Just by taking his name, the Supreme Lord's name, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Lord's name, Apanna samsmritin ghoram Yannama vivasho grunan. All the material existence will be vanquished even if one chants the holy name unconsciously, unattentively. Mata sadhyo vimuccheta. Immediately one becomes freed. Yad viveti swayam bhayam. Lord Krishna is feared by the fear personified. Lord Krishna is feared by fear personified. And just by taking one name of Krishna, one will be purified. Material existence will end. Why that Supreme Lord? He appeared directly. Yeah. Question. Therefore, here name of Krishna is powerful as Lord Krishna himself. There is no difference. In fact, 1,000 names of Vishnu equal to 3 names of Rama equal to 1 name of Krishna. Therefore, can take advantage of the holy name. Anyone, therefore, can take the advantage of holy name of Lord Krishna even in the midst of greatest danger. Now they're asking 4th question. Yat pada samshaya Sūta Munaya prashamayana Sadhya punantyupasprishtha Svardhunyapo nusevaya. O Sūta Gosvāmī, O Sūta, Yatpada samshaya Sūta, Munayaha prashamayana, Sadhyaha punanti upasprishta, Svardhuni apaha anusevaya. It is told that those great sages who have completely taken shelter of your lotus feet can at once sanctify those who can come in touch with them. Whereas the waters of Ganga can sanctify only after prolonged use. Ganga we take bath, but many times we have to take bath in Ganga, then we can purify. But if we come close to the pure devotee, if we remember him also, we become instantly purified. Why? Because they have taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. More than the Ganga, which originates from the lotus feet of God. That means pure devotees are more powerful than Ganga. Because Ganga, you have to take bath repeatedly. You have to contact, you have to touch, you have to go. Pure devotees, you don't have to go. You remember them. Yeah. That's sufficient. Why is he telling this? Now, first of all, what is the Ganga's name here? This verse. What is the name of Ganga? Where is Ganga here? Swardhuni. Swardhuni means Ganga. Who said? Yes, Swardhuni. Swardhuni means that which has wonderful sound. Swardhuni. Swardhani. One. Wonderful sound. You see, like go to Ganga close, the sound is very wonderful. And also, Swar means Svargaloka. Swardhuni means that which is descended from heaven. Swardhuni, Ganga. It is told. Pure devotees, they purify instantly. You are such a pure devotee. Just by remembering you, we get benefited. Now we are so fortunate. We are actually seeing you. We are actually listening you. We would like to hear from you. Kindly tell. They are telling. The pure devotees whose only business is serving the Lord are honored by the names Prabhupada and Vishnupada, which indicate such devotees to be representatives of the lotus feet of the Lord. Anyone, therefore, who takes shelter of the lotus feet of a pure devotee by accepting the pure devotee as a spiritual master can at once be purified. Such devotees of the Lord are honored equally with the Lord because they are engaged in the most confidential service of the Lord, for they deliver out of the material world the fallen souls whom the Lord wants to return back to Godhead. That's why one has to hear from the pure devotees. Ko bhagavatastasya punya shlokedya karmana suddhikamo na shrunuyad eshakalimalapaham. So who is therefore Kova, desiring deliverance from the vices of the age of Kali Malapaham, Suddhikamo Kali Malapaham, who is not willing to hear the virtuous glories of the Lord. Punya Slokedya Karmanaha Nashruniyat. So who will not hear? Because just by hearing, one will actually contact the Supreme Lord. So who will not hear from the pure devotees like you? We are very eager to hear. They are telling. The leaders of the people are very much anxious to live in peace and friendship, but they have no information, Prabhupada is telling, of the simple method of hearing the glories of the Lord. By hearing, one will immediately be purified. Now they are asking this question. Tasya karmanyudarani parigitani suribihi bruhina shraddhadananam Leelaya dadatah kala. He says, his transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Parigitani Suri. Here said the Suri word is used. The first sloka, second sloka, we are talking about Suri. Here Prabhupada is telling Suri means Narada and others, all the sages. Bruhina shraddhadananam Leelaya dadatah kala. Please therefore speak to us. We are here, we are eager to hear about the adventures he performed in his various incarnations. In Purusha incarnation, especially Lord performs his adventures in relation to the universe in his Purusha incarnations. So they are asking, please tell. Once again they are telling, we are Shushushu, we are Shraddhadhananam. Again and again they are reminding, please, 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 please tell us. Incarnations like Brahma, Rudra, Manu, Prutu and Vyasa are his material qualitative incarnations. But his incarnations are like Nrsimha, Rama, Nrsimha, Varaha, Vamana are its transcendental incarnations. So, here, the next question is about Lord's various avatars. Athakya hi hare dhiman avatara katha shubha Leela vidadatasvairam Ishvarasya Atma Mayaya Atma Maya means his own Maya, his Swarup Shakti. Oh, wise Sūta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnation. Avatar, Katha, Shubha. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by his internal powers. Leela Vidatata Svairam Ishwarasya Atma Maya. Please tell his Leela Avataras. Please tell his Leela Avataras. They are asking question. And then they are telling, Vayam tuna vitrupyama uttama shloka vikrame yasrunvatam rasajnanam swadu swadu pade pade. You are hearing from so long, so many Puranas. How long you will hear? Like 1,000 years you are hearing this. Vayam tuna vitrupyama. We are not satisfied. Uttama shloka vikrame. By hearing about the glories of Uttama Shloka, who is glorified choice poetry. Yet Sunvatam Rasajnanam Sadhu Swadu Pade Pade. Those who have developed taste for transcendental relationship with him, relish hearing his pastimes at every moment. We by your mercy, we want to hear from the pastimes of the Lord, his Leela Avataras. Please tell. They are begging. Kritavan kila karmani saharamena keshavaha atimatyani bhagavan gudak kapatamanushaha. Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, along with Balarama, played like a human being, and so he performed many superhuman acts. So they both, Krishna and Balaram, he appeared along with Balaram. They are telling. Why they are telling along with Balaram? Because they have not seen Krishna. They have only seen Balaram. Balaram had come to Naimiṣāraṇya one time. At that time, he killed Romaharshan. After that, they told, no, you have to go to all the Punya Kshetras as price chitta. He did while doing Punya Kshetras. Again, he came to Naimiṣāraṇya. Again, met them. Twice they met Balaram. They never met Krishna, these sages. So they are telling along with this Balaram, what activities they perform. Atimatyani Bhagavan. Matya means the performed by humans. Atimatyani, these superhuman activities. Kapata Manushaha, they're acting like human being, played like human being. What activities they have done? Please tell. In the Bhagavatam, the transcendental nature of the Lord is described in 9 cantos, and in the 10th canto, his specific pastimes are taken up. So they're asking, please tell all the avatars, especially Krishna Avatari Krishna, along with Balaram, what Lord performed, please tell. And the last question they're coming. Kalimagatamāgyāya Kshetresmin Vaishnave Vayam Asīna Dirga Satrena Kathāyam Sakṣana Hare. Magatam Agyaya, by knowing that Kali-yuga is coming, it's just coming. When did Kali-yuga come? The day Lord departed, Kali-yuga started. Yeah, it's pretty much like time of Lord's departure when it's going on. Kshetre Asmin Vaishnave. In this Vaishnava Kshetra, Naimiṣāraṇya, Vayam, we all. Asina Dirga Satrena. We are all doing this Dirga Satra. What is Dirga Satra means? 1,000-year sacrifice. Satra sacrifice means, what is the quality? Where the sponsorers or the space. Asina Dirga Satrena. Kathāyam Sakṣana Hare. We would like to hear. Please tell us about the transcendental message of God in this. By the example of these sages, one should learn that regular hearing and recitation of Bhagavatam is the only way for self-realization. Other attempts are simply a waste of time, or they do not give any tangible results. See, even now if we go, we can feel the vibration of Bhagavatam in every step of Naimiṣāraṇya. Fortunately, it's very far, not accessible for many people even now. No great infrastructure, not many AC rooms to stay here. Very simple, nice place, and not so many restaurants where you can get so much food. Simple, humble, prasadam. It's austerity to stay there. And every corner we can hear Bhagavatam all day and all night. They're telling. Tvanna sandarshito datra dustaram nistitirshata Kalim Sattvaharam Pumsa Karnadhara Ivarnavam. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence. Datra means Brahma, providence. Tvamna Sandarshito Datra, by providence we have met you. Dustaram Nistitirtadam, we have to cross this insurmountable ocean. Kalim Sattvaharam Pumsham, this ocean, difficult ocean of Kali. Sattvaharam, it will take out all good qualities. That ocean of Kali, we want to cross using the boat of Bhagavatam. But who is the captain? Karnadhara Ivarnavam. You are our captain of Bhagavatam. Just so that we may accept you as the captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of human being. The whole system of education is geared to sense gratification. And if a learned man thinks it over, he sees that the children of this age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of the so-called education. The ship is the message of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or the Bhagavad. Prabhupada is telling few points. That only Bhagavatam study of Bhagavatam, which has both Swadharma and Parodharma, it can save everybody. Yeah. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kastam Adunopete Dharmakam Sharanam Gataha. Krishna is Yogeshwara, Brahmanya Yogeshwara. He is the Lord of Brahmanas. He is the Lord of the Yoga. That Krishna, Dharma Varmani, he is the Lord of Dharma. Swam Kastam Adunopete, when he went to his abode, his own place, Goloka Vrindana, Dharma Kam Sharanam Gataha. Whom did Dharma take shelter of? Whom did Dharma take shelter? When the Lord went back to his place. So Dharma always takes shelter of the Lord. Whom did Dharma take shelter? The reply to this question is given later. The Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is a transcendental sound representation of the personality of Godhead, and thus it is a full representation of the transcendental knowledge and religious principles. So there are 6 questions asked here. What is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general? What is the essence of all scriptures? Why Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared? What acts did the Lord perform in relation to creating the material world? What are the activities of the incarnations of the Lord and He Himself? Where have religious principles gone after Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa's disappearance from this planet? These are the 6 questions. Once again, they are Krishna Samprashnas, the good questions about Lord Krishna. I will stop here. Om Tat Sat, Śrī Kṛṣṇa Arpanamastu. It's long class, but please be patient because we want to do a quick revision of everything. I'll only take one question. Anybody has a question to ask, please raise. Or those who are online also can ask, unmute yourself and ask. Yes, Girish Prabhu. One.
Devotee who has all good qualities. Why that Naimiṣāraṇya is only specific?
Why Nirmatsaranam Satam? Satam means the devotees. They are already good. Why specifically it is told non-envious? The Satam is actually used there as an adjective to Nirmatsarana. That means only those who are non-envious, not envious, those who are non-envious, there can only be good. Non-envious people are the good devotees of the Supreme Personality of God. Nobody is free from envy. Only the devotees of the Lord. In that context, it is told. Yeah. And sometimes even demigods are so afraid that somebody wants to learn scriptures. When Ashwini Devatas wanted to learn the Adhyatma Vidya, Indra became like, Indra didn't want them to learn. Yeah. So, only those who are not envious, they are devotees of the Lord. That means the devotees of the Lord are only non-envious people of the Lord. Hare Krishna.